Hey guys, today we're going to be taking a look at the category of Best Cinematography. Well, at this point we only have 6 more of these videos left to go, so we're really getting down to the wire. We're going to be looking at some really tough categories. Best Cinematography is probably one of the categories I'm the most nervous for at the Oscars. And you'll see what I mean when we get into this category. This is a really competitive year for Best Cinematography. Here we go. Fifth most likely to win is Darkest Hour. I'm so sorry, I forgot the name of the movie for a second. But Darkest Hour is a film that, well, it's a Best Picture nominee. It is beloved, and it's already going to win Best Actor and Best Makeup. But that's also a bit of a problem, because when a movie's already going to win 2 Oscars, it really doesn't need a third. Some movies can only win a certain amount, and honestly, I think the cinematography in the film is good, but I can't imagine why people will vote for it because this year is so competitive. It's not bad work by any means, but I don't know, I think people will remember it, and it might stand out a bit, but the other nominees in this category all stand out so much more, and they all have a much better reason to be nominated. In a year that wasn't so competitive, this might actually stand a chance at winning, but I think the other 4 nominees in this category all have better chances. Fourth most likely to win is Mudbound. Now, in this category, Rachel Morrison made history by becoming the first female nominee for Best Cinematography in the history of the Academy, which is a big, big deal. However, when it comes to actually winning this category, things get a little bit complicated. The film is not a Best Picture nominee, and the cinematography is good, but quality-wise, it's not the greatest. I mean, a lot of people will think about that opening scene in the movie, which is so poorly lit, it's very, very difficult to see what's going on. And that might be a little bit of an issue. It's a good film, it's good cinematography. I think people will vote for this because of the gender thing, because of the Me Too movement, and people will be like, "Oh, well, I'll vote for it because it's historic." But just going on pure quality, I don't think it has a real chance, especially when you consider the top 3 in this category. Good work and a good cause, but I don't think this will get votes to actually win. Third most likely to win is Dunkirk. Okay, now we start getting down to the wire here. Any of these top 3, I could very easily see walking away with the Oscar. This film is shot very, very well. Hoyte van Hoytma, I believe, is the DP. And he really puts you in the moment. He really captures a lot of the fear. Again, I could very easily see this winning. The problem is the problem is Dunkirk is not as serious an awards contender as it wanted to be. We don't know what's going to happen to it in other categories. Initially, it looked like it was going to be a big, big awards deal, but now it just doesn't feel like that's reasonable anymore. So, very, very good film, very, very good cinematography. I just worry that it's not going to be enough. Also, what I worry about the fact is it hasn't won any precursors. And the fact that there are nominees in this category that are more competitive. It's a very, very competitive category, but don't rule it out. It's very possible Dunkirk could win. Second most likely to win is The Shape of Water. Okay, now this one I was torn about, because there is a very real possibility that The Shape of Water walks away with the Oscar. It looks beautiful. The film's visual style is a large part of why it is so beloved, and a lot of that can be chalked up to the direction and the production design, but you can't ignore the cinematography either. It's great. It is framed really well. There's a lot of great color and light. Really great cinematography. I think there's a very real possibility that this could win. There's the sweep factor to consider. There's the fact that people love The Shape of Water and will all give it awards. The only thing that gives me pause is the fact that The Shape of Water really has not won any precursors. And precursors are a big thing to keep an eye on. Don't rule it out. It's possible that this could win. I almost predicted it. But ultimately, I am not going to predict The Shape of Water to take this award. I am going to predict, I'm going to officially say this now, my number one most likely to win, my choice, is Blade Runner 2049. Okay, it is so scary to say those words out loud. And here is why. This film is shot by Roger Deakins. Now, if you don't know who Roger Deakins is, he is a legendary cinematographer. He has shot films like The Shawshank Redemption, Fargo, No Country for Old Men, Skyfall, Sicario, Prisoners. Sorry, that's an email. The Assassination of Jesse James. He was also a DP on films like How to Train Your Dragon and Wall-E. He worked on animation like that. And he's praised for his work over the years. He has been nominated for an Oscar 14 times. This is his 14th nomination. He has never won. It's never happened for him. And everyone wants to see, is this finally going to be his year? Because we've been duped before. A lot of people thought True Grit was going to be his year. That didn't happen. Most years that he has lost, there's a fairly clear choice, and we pretty much know what's going to win. But his cinematography is so good. It's so... Especially with this film. I think you can't really deny how beautiful Blade Runner 2049 looked. Even if you had problems with the film overall, which I understand that. But it looks gorgeous. And what really pushes me over the edge and makes me want to predict him is the fact that he's got every precursor. American Society of Cinematographers, he won. Critics' Choice Awards, won. BAFTA, won. And pretty much so many minor guild awards. He's taken so many wins. And everyone has given him the win. People really, really want him to win. People who know who Roger Deakins is really, really want this to be his year. And I really, really want this to be this year. And I hate the idea of predicting it and having it not happen. But actually, he does look like the most likely contender just based on the stats. Because if you look at everything... Because really, Shape of Water and Dunkirk have not actually taken any Best Cinematography awards. It's all been Blade Runner. And that makes me think that they're going to go with Blade Runner in this category. And it might not happen. If the film is a sci-fi, there's genre bias, and it's not a Best Picture nominee. But I think people love Roger Deakins so much, and they love the way this film looks. Yeah, I'm going to predict it's going to happen. My prediction is that this year, on Sunday, less than a week from today, Roger Deakins will finally hold an Academy Award in his hand. Okay. Thanks for watching. Tune in tomorrow where I take a look at the category of Best Sound Mixing.